Now just imagine for a second that you are standing at the boarding gate of an international airport. In your hand is a ticket to a destination you've only ever seen on Instagram. Your bags are packed, your accommodation is already paid for, and 3 meals a day is guaranteed. Now imagine you didn't have to spend a single cent of your savings to get there. Even better, imagine you didn't need a university degree, a specialized trade, or a decade of corporate experience to justify your presence. Most people will tell you this is impossible. They will say that international travel is for the rich and high-impact volunteering is reserved for doctors, engineers, or career diplomats. They are wrong. Welcome to SVSI Opportunity Desk, where we present you with opportunities to change your life through volunteering. Today we are changing the narrative. We are moving away from the idea that you need to be qualified to change the world. I'm going to walk you through 9 specific global programs that have one thing in common. They don't care about your past. They only care about your presence. I've spent months analyzing thousands of listings, filtering out the paid place scams and the ally gatekeepers. What remains are 9 legitimate pathways to global experience. Whether you want to build a school in South America, support an NGO in Europe, or help a community from your own living room, these are doors that are open right now. And if you stay with me until the end, I'm going to reveal a loophole program in the Mediterranean that is so easy to get, it feels like a glitch in the system. So now let's begin the countdown with number 9, which is the World Packers Cultural Exchange. World Packers is the ultimate entry point. It is a massive global community that connects travelers with hosts. But this isn't just about hotels. It's about social projects, eco-villages, and community centers. You might think, I don't know how to run a hostel. You don't have to. Can you show someone where the bathroom is? Can I help organize a walking tour of a local park? Can you spend 3 hours a day helping a farmer pull weeds? If the answer is yes, you are qualified. To get accepted here with zero experience, focus your profile on your interpersonal energy. In your application, don't talk about your high school grades. Talk about your curiosity. Use phrases like, I'm looking to immerse myself in a new culture, and I am a quick learner who thrives on helping others feel welcome. This is the secret language of World Packers hosts. Then let's go to number 8, the British Red Cross. That's Youth and General Tracks. One of the most respected logos in human history is the Red Cross logo, and having it on your CV changes the way recruiters look at you forever. The Red Cross operates on the principle of humanity, not hierarchy. In many regions, especially within their youth division, they offer testers roles. These are designed specifically for people who have never volunteered before. You might be helping with local emergency responses, working in a charity shop to raise funds, or assisting in refugee support services. The Red Cross values values. When you apply, read their fundamental principles: humanity, impartiality, neutrality. Mention these in your cover letter. Tell them, I don't have a background in crisis management, but I'm deeply committed to the principles of neutrality. They will take you as a beginner with the right hat over an expert with the wrong attitude every single time. Then to program number 7, UNV Community. The United Nations Volunteer, that's the UNV program, is often seen as the Ivy League of volunteering. Usually they require 5 to 10 years of experience. However, there is a backdoor called community volunteers. These roles are created for people who live within communities where the UN is working. They don't want a consultant from New York. They want a local person who knows the streets, the people, and the culture. If you are currently in developing nations or a region with a UN presence, check the UNV portal specifically for community roles. Your experience is simply your life. You know the language, you know the neighbors, you know the needs. That is your skill. Then let's go to number 6, ISEC Global Volunteers. ISEC has been around for decades, and its entire mission is to develop youth leadership. Because it's run by young people, they understand that you don't have 10 pages resume yet. Their global volunteer projects last 6 to 8 weeks. They focus on UN Sustainability Development Goals, things like quality education or climate action. You might be sent to a school in Turkey to help kids practice English, or to a conservation project in Brazil. ISEC is about cross-cultural understanding. In your interview, don't try to act like a professional manager. Act like a student of the world. Show them you are brave enough to fly to another country where you don't speak the language. That bravery is the only skill they require. Now, before we get to the top 5, I have to tell you the truth. 99% of people who watch this video will close the tab and go back to scrolling. They'll tell themselves, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'm still not good enough. The 1% who actually travel the world are the ones who understand the minimum viable application rule. You don't need a perfect application. You just need to send it. These organizations are waiting for volume. If you send 10 applications, you'll get 1 response. If you send 50, you'll have a choice to where to go. Now let's look back at the programs that offer the highest return on investment for your time. This takes us to program number 5, which is Raleigh International. Raleigh is famous for its expedition in Costa Rica, Nepal, and Tanzania. They are looking for venturers. While Raleigh is a structured program that sometimes requires fundraising, they have a massive emphasis on soft skill. They don't care if you've never slept in a tent or held a hammer. They have a team of staff whose only job is to teach you those things. Focus on your resilience. In your application, tell a story of a time you faced a challenge, any challenge, and didn't give up. Maybe it was a difficult exam or a sports match. That's the only proof of experience they need to see. Then let's go to program number 4, the WOOF, Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms. This is the ultimate no-skill classic. You help on an organic farm for 4 to 6 hours a day, and the farmer provides food and a bed. Farming is hard work, but it isn't complex work. Anyone can learn to pull weeds, feed chicken, or paint a fence in 10 minutes. Woofing is more about a lifestyle than a job. It's about sitting around a dinner table with a family in rural France or Japan and learning about their lives. When contacting a WOOF host, don't send a CV. Send a message about their farm. I see you grow heirloom tomatoes. I've never farmed before, but I'm fascinated by sustainable food and I'm a hard worker. Hosts love enthusiasm more than expertise. Now from here we're entering the territory of programs that provide the most prestige for the least amount of prior experience. This takes us to number 3, the European Solidarity Corps, the ESC. If you are between 18 and 30 and you are from or living in an EU-affiliated country, this is the gold standard. The European Union funds your entire stay. The ESC is not a job, it's a solidarity experience. Because the EU pays for everything, the host organizations are encouraged to take people who need the experience most. If you have a high-level master's degree, you might actually be overqualified. They want the underdog. Look for volunteering teams. These are short-term projects, 2 weeks to 2 months. Because they take 10 to 40 people at once, the barrier to entry is almost zero. It is the perfect way to test volunteering abroad without a long-term commitment. Then let's go to program number 2, UNV Online Volunteering. If you can't travel due to money, family or health, this is your pathway. The United Nations has a dedicated portal for virtual volunteers. There are thousands of tasks that require nothing more than a computer and basic understanding of English. The tasks here include data entry, where you sort listings of schools in a region, social media, where you help an NGO in Africa schedule tweets, and basic translation, where you can help translate simple flyers if you understand more than a language. The strategy is simple. Do 5 online projects. Each one gives you a certificate of appreciation from the UN. Now, when you apply for a real job later, you can truthfully say you have worked with the UN on 5 international projects. That is how you manufacture experience out of thin air. Then to the secret, the language exchange loophole. There are hundreds of NGOs and cultural centers in the Mediterranean, that's Italy, Spain, Greece, and the rest, that face a major problem. Their staff and students need to practice conversational English, but they can't afford expensive tutors. They create listings on platforms like Workaway or independently titled Language Exchange Volunteer. Your job is simple. You sit at a cafe or dinner table and talk. You talk about your life, your hobbies, and your culture. You are essentially a professional friend. The requirements are very simple. Can you speak English fluently? Are you friendly? Are you willing to live in a beautiful Italian villa for free? Search Workaway for the keyword language exchange in Italy or Spain. Look for hosts that are NGO or cultural schools. These are more legit and offer better certificates than a private house. Mention that you are patient and enjoy learning about other cultures. This is the ultimate no-skill program because your skill is simply your native language or the language you know how to speak very well. Let's say English. Now we're done with that, but before we go, let me give you a masterclass on how to actually get accepted. Most people fail because they treat a volunteer application like a job application. Let's spend the next few minutes on the SVSI application method. The first is the motivation over experience rule. When an NGO reads your application, they are looking for one thing. Will this person quit when things get hard? If you list 10 skills but no why, they'll think you will leave the moment you get bored. If you list 0 skills but a powerful why, they will trust you. Don't say, I have a degree in communication. Do say, I've always been passionate about education because it changed my own life. and I want to spend my summer helping others find that same spark. The video intro hack. In 2026, text is cheap. Everyone uses AI to write their own cover letters. If you want to start out, record a 30 seconds video of yourself. Hi, my name is Fred. I'm applying for the project in your country. I don't have a background in this, but I'm hardworking. I have my bags packed and I'm ready to learn. Send a link to this video. It proves you're a real motivated human being. It bypasses the resume filters entirely. 3. The blank slate branding. If your resume is empty, don't try to hide it. Lean into it. Call yourself a generalist volunteer. Explain that because you don't have a specific specialty, you are willing to help in every department, from the kitchen to the office to the field. Organizations love utility players. You now have the names of 9 programs. You have the why. You have the how. The only thing left is when. The world is currently in a strange place. Travel is getting more expensive and the job market is getting more competitive. But at the same time, these volunteer pockets are hungrier than ever for people like you. Being one of these programs for 3 months will change you more than 3 years in a classroom. It will give you a global IQ that no textbooks can provide. For your next step, I've placed the links to all 9 programs in the description below this video. If this video helped you realize that the world is more accessible than you thought, please hit the like button. It tells the algorithm that this information is valuable. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Comment below with the name of the country you've always dreamed of visiting. I'll reply to as many as I can with a specific program recommendation for this country. Don't wait for experience. Start your life together experience.